Let's be honest, there are things goalkeepers go through that no one else on the pitch really understands. Not your coach, not your teammates, sometimes not even your parents, but you still feel them every single game. In this video, I'm breaking down 5 negative thoughts that goalkeepers never talk about, but every single one of us struggles with. And more importantly, I'll show you how to shut them down before they start messing with your confidence. And stick around till the end, because the final one is the one most goalkeepers get wrong, and it could be the reason you're underperforming on match days. Alright, goalkeeping is brutal. No question about that. You can have an incredible season, save after save, week after week, and still feel like all that trust could disappear in one bad moment. I know this feeling all too well, because last year I was flying, making big saves, having big performances. We avoided relegation, and I was voted Player of the Year at my club. Then came the first match of the new season. Everything felt normal, but by halftime, 3 shots, 3 goals, and one of them 100% on me. And I remember at halftime walking into the locker room thinking, have I just thrown it all away? Am I not even good anymore? I mean, everything I built up last season, gone just like that? And that thought, it could have followed me into the second half, into training next week, even into the next game. But having stood here for almost 20 years, I had to remind myself, trust isn't built or broken in one moment. It's built over time, just as much as it's lost over time. So what did I do? Second half, I stepped up, made a crucial 1v1 save to keep us alive. Sure, we still lost the game 3-2, but after the break, I didn't concede again. And next match, I had another clean sheet, made a couple of big saves, and we won the game. And just like that, the trust was still there. So the next time your brain says, if I mess up, no one will ever trust me again, say this back. It's not one bad moment or even one bad game that changes what people think, but how you respond, that's what they'll remember. Alright, so knowing your team got your back after a mistake, now that helps. But there is another kind of thought, one that doesn't scream, it's more like a whisper, and for me, it whispered for years. Have you ever stepped onto the pitch, looked around at the other players and thought, what am I even doing here? Like everyone else just looks sharper, more confident and more experienced. And you're just trying to prove that you deserve to be here at all. Yeah, I've been there too, and it's no fun place to be. Every time I got called up to the national team, I should have been buzzing. I mean, it was everything I had worked for, right? But instead of feeling proud, I kept looking around at the other goalkeepers. They were all playing abroad. Some were at huge clubs like Manchester City. And little old me, I was still playing in my home country, and if I'm being totally honest, when the coach picked the starting 11, a part of me was relieved to be on the bench, not because I didn't want to play, but because deep down, I didn't believe I was good enough. I never said it out loud, but that thought, it followed me for years. And if you ever felt the same way, I want to tell you something that I wish someone told me back then. You wouldn't be here if you didn't belong. You didn't just get lucky, you were chosen, you earned it. Coaches don't hand out spots to be nice. They pick players they believe in, players they trust. So the next time your brain says that you don't belong at this level, you answer it with facts. Yes, I do, because I'm already here, and if I didn't belong here, I wouldn't be here. And speaking about being good enough, check this out. If you're tired of training on your own and you're feeling like you're just guessing, I've built the ultimate self-training program for goalkeepers exactly like you. It gives you the drills, the structure and direction I wish I had years ago. I've left the link in the description. Anyways, let's get back to the video. Alright, now realizing that you're already good enough, now that's powerful, but here's where most goalkeepers get stuck. They start thinking being good enough means being perfect, and if you believe that, well, you're setting yourself up for failure. Remember Courtois in the 2022 Champions League final? Biggest game of the year, the whole world watching, and he made 9 saves, the most in Champions League final history. Real Madrid won, and he was named man of the match. What an amazing achievement, something that I'll never achieve, unfortunately. But here's what most people forget. He didn't play the perfect game. Because if you look closely, you'll spot heavy touches, awkward clearances, and a rebound or two that could have gone wrong. And here's you thinking, I have to play the perfect game or else I'm a failure. Come on, mistakes are a part of the game, and even in your best performances, there will be errors. And the sooner you learn to accept that, the easier your life will be as a goalkeeper. Alright, so once you finally let go of perfection, you breathe a little easier, right? You stop chasing flawless games and you focus on actually making an impact instead of just looking good. But just as you think your mindset is solid, another thought creeps in, and this one is tied to everything that you worked for. You ever feel that pressure right before kickoff? Like one bad game and it's over, the coach drops you, the other keeper gets your spot? Yeah, I've had those too. This season, my club brought in another young, talented keeper, and now we're 3, all good keepers, all fighting for the same spot. I mean, that's normal at most clubs, but if I'm being totally honest, it got inside my head a little bit. Especially after my shaky start to the season. Remember the game from earlier? 3 shots and 3 goals? One of them my mistake? I couldn't help but think, am I the next one to be dropped? And here's the real danger of that mindset. When you're worried about losing your spot, you play it safe, you take fewer risks, you focus more on not messing up than making an impact. And ironically, that's when mistakes happen. I know it all sounds backwards, but playing scared, that's the fastest way to lose your confidence. So I had to remind myself, my job is not trying to predict the future, it's to perform right now. So the next time you think one bad game and I'm done, remind yourself of this. You're not here to protect a spot, you're here to earn it. And if you stay focused on the present and do your job well, you'll give your coaches absolutely no reason to take you out. If you made it this far, you're clearly serious about your goalkeeping. And if you really like the content, I'd appreciate a subscribe. Also, if you like this video, and also comment if any of these points really hit home, I would really appreciate that. Alright, let's get back to the video. Alright, so we talked about trust, we talked about pressure, and we even talked about being perfect. But now comes the one negative thought that messes with goalkeepers' heads more than any other. And you know the feeling, you're warming up, but something doesn't feel right. It's like your body isn't responding, your hands feel shaky, you're dropping balls you normally catch, you're misreading easy crosses, and you're somehow just feeling disconnected to reality. And if you're standing there thinking, oh my god, this is going to be a disaster, it happened to me more times than I'd like to admit. But then the whistle blows and suddenly something shifts, your instincts take over, and the next thing you know, you're flying around, making big saves left, right and center. And that's the thing, some of my best games, they have come after the worst warm-ups. No rhythm, no sharpness, but as soon as the game began, something just clicked. And this is what most goalkeepers forget. Feeling ready is not the same thing as being ready. Nerves, totally normal. Doubt comes and goes. But if you've done the work, if you trained, if you prepared, you've earned the right to play. So the next time you're standing in the tunnel thinking, I don't feel ready for this game, remind yourself of this. Feelings are not facts. I have done the work and I am ready. Because you don't need to feel 100% ready to perform. You just need to trust your training and most importantly, trust yourself. But here's the good news. You can fix this today. In my next video, I'll walk you through the exact warm-up routine that took me over 20 years to perfect. Just click right here to watch it. And trust me, this could change your game day performance forever.